Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I went and was able to buy 255 Nomads. They're really rough cars. I brought home the better one, and I'll show you here in a minute, so you can only imagine what the worst one is like. But these cars, this one right here, has been sitting since about 1968, and it'd be a perfect car if you wanted to build a pro street car, or you wanted to take the time and restore a 55 Nomad. The other one that I'm getting probably next weekend or the weekend after that, it is not buildable. It's not savable. Maybe it is if you wanted one bad enough, but the one that I brought home today is better. It's actually got a really nice roof on it. That's why I was wanting this one. But I don't have any intentions on keeping this 55 Nomad. I just wanted to rescue it from where it was. And maybe I could find somebody down the road that's looking for a 55 shell that they either want to be ambitious enough to restore, or, you know, the new Street Outlaw body right there. You know, you could be racing with Big Chief, Daddy Dave, Murder Nova. So let's take a look at it. You can see the trailer still got part of the old car, you know, whatever was just falling out as it was driving down the road, which a lot of it was falling out. But here it is. Frame's bad. I have a good frame for it. And probably what I'm going to do with this car is I'll probably either screw the doors shut on it to try to keep it squared up, to lift it up and set it onto another frame. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's the floors, the whole belly of it's gone to where it's kind of, I got the doors ratchet strapped shut. They won't latch. You know, what do you do? I couldn't just let it sit there forever. It's just not in me. They put this fancy little brace in there to help tug the car along. But like I said, the frame's toast in it. 100% toast. Too bad I couldn't see what that inspection sticker said. Normally you could see the date. Well, the date right there looks like 77, so maybe it had been on the road a little bit earlier than 69. But I mean, the doors, they're toast at the bottom. Rocker panels, bottom of the quarters. And you could see inside of here, it's just a mess. The frame gave out, the body's it's laid down, boys. This car come that dusk rose color. Dusk rose, it was like a purplish, reddish color. Dusk rose with the white top, green glass. And they cut this toe board out that might help another car down the road, but even the dash got her a little bit right there, and you can see some of the original color. Not a lot of them was painted that color. That was a later 55 model year color, but you could see that, you know, the floors, if you could get a good frame underneath here and brace the body from that side over to this side to keep that body true and lift it up and sit the shell down on a one-piece floor in a new frame, this car could be saved. Like I said, I did not buy this car or the other one to try to build them myself, but you never know what happens in the future. I just wanted to get it out from where it was sitting at, because, you know, I believe if I wouldn't have went and got them, I don't think there's anybody else crazy enough to go down there and get them. And you can see more. But we just watched what DD Speed Shop did with his Nomad. See, and the roof is actually really decent on it. It's got some rust right here. And I use that word loosely because the other Nomad, the roof is way worse than this one. But you can see a little rust here and there. But the other one's more complete. It's got all the trim on it. And I don't know, they look like they had started to try to cut the top of it off. But it's sad to see a car like this. It, you know, has been neglected so long. What is that, an early form of rhino liner on that wheel well? Just teasing. And it's got some rust up in here, but overall the roof is real decent. It's savable. Really, you start with a good frame, brace the body up, find your 2 sedan doors, 1-piece floor pan, the rear cargo pan back here, and start burning them all together. You could straighten this car up, but this car is extremely rough. Very, very, very rough. And here's a little close-up on a true Nomad door. That's the true Nomad door. This hasn't been made into anything. This is the real one. It's too bad that they hurt this because this drip rail mold is really hard to come by. But you can see they got carried away down here to where it's useless. And then even this trim, you know, I don't know what they was trying to do. Look at all this down here. I mean, just bump after bump after bump after bump. They was trying to literally pry it off, and it takes screws up into the roof. So this piece right here is not terrible. They started to go a little bit nuts on the back, but that could be saved. But them 2 top pieces are junk. So it's a shame what happened to this whole car. It still has all the headliner bows and all that stuff. And even this thing, look how rotted out this thing is. That's your hinge cover. Yeah, they was definitely trying to junk this car. Look, they cut the hinges that your lift gate screws to. But if it was sat on a 1-piece, or if it was sat on a good solid straight frame, to where the body could start to level itself back out, that would help it quite a bit. I mean, that's the frame right there. Look how high the frame is up. That frame is buckled right where the leaf springs. Right where the leaf springs are. So, on both sides. There it is right there. You can see the frame's right down here. It's too high up. So it's actually, the frame's actually lifted. And this right here, this isn't stock, but this is like 1/4-inch thick flat steel back here that they put on the cargo floor. I'm gonna talk about heavy. But yeah, it's got all the headliner bows. Not that they're really worth a crap, but what a shame. I couldn't leave it behind. I just couldn't. And maybe I'll regret it in the future. But like I said, this is not something that I was trying to save to build for myself. But one thing for sure, this one I will not cut up. So if I can't find somebody that wants it, it'll just sit. It'll just sit right there. These pieces of glass maybe would have been better if it wasn't for this. Through both of them. But like this trim's nice. All this trim over here is real nice. And even these are really hard to find. But the roof's getting it a little bit on that corner. But overall, the roof could be saved. Yeah. Yeah, there's more of the original color. It's like a raspberry color. But, you know, several bullet holes here and there. It was bullet practice, or target practice, more But you know, guys, at the end of the day, what do? You can't just, I'm not going to leave them behind. I worked on this guy for maybe last 3 or 4 months, just off and on. And like I said, I bought another one as well, but it's rough. It is, makes this one look like, you know, makes this one look like it's ready for paint. But there's 155 Nomad that's probably not took a trip in 40 years, 50 years, and it just drove a couple hours back to the yard. So I'll tell you what, makes that other 55 I bought look like a brand new car. I know that. Maybe I shouldn't complain about what I paid for that car. That sedan's actually a pretty decent car. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna upload this. Tell me what you think about it. If there's people out there that's needing specific Nomad parts, I might have a few on the other one. But this car right here, this Nomad right here, I'm not cutting it up. I'm not parting it out. I want to take parts from the other car and put them with this car to try to make it a little bit more complete. I have a perfect rust-free frame, complete rolling frame that I'll do that much. I will set the body onto the other frame, and you know, if I got to weld the doors up or screw the doors shut or something to keep the body all square, and then you can bolt it at the back splash pan, and then you can bolt it up at the front firewall to keep it secure on the frame. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe. Don's Hot Rod Garage. I'm always out there. When I should be home relaxing, I'm always out there chasing down stuff just like this. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video.